I'm trying to imagine the best way that I can convey this message right now. I really feel called to expand on the energy that is currently taking place in the world, because I'm being shown so many different realities all at once. Realities based in fear, realities based in tragedy, and also realities based in trust. And I really believe that there's a connection to all of them right now. And for some reason, I just feel called to speak out loud, specifically in major city areas. And the reason why I'm being called to speak out loud is because I have been shown these different realities, and I've been shown the source of creation of these realities that is being fed to mass amounts of people. And the image that I am receiving, and I trust that this video is going to be shown to light workers, to those of us who are truly in this world, to witness the magnitude of light power and dark power and the duality of both. But choose a path. Choose to be able to hold space for all of it, but choose the way in which you show up in this world. And so if you are a light worker who are receiving this message, you may even be feeling this pull or this call to go to these places, such as large city, large populated areas, in the very near future. And what's happening right now is actually a preparation. And what's even more prominent that is coming through in this message is that you are meant to be receiving downloads right now. You are meant to be receiving they're saying the words crowning glory, but it's like your keys, your codes, like what you are going to bring into these places. And not everyone's going to be a tarot reader, a psychic reader, a yoga instructor. Not everybody is going to be that. Everybody who is being called to step forward is going to be a leader in something that brings new life into this world. And that is going to look drastically different for everyone. Even myself, I'm being called to step forward in two specific ways, and then a third way that is much more related to the 3D human world. And so you are being prepared at this time. And I think the most important thing in this message to take away from this is open yourself up to receive these downloads. You have the power to connect to this ancient light angel energy and bring that energy into this world through you at this time. And it's not meant to go out into the world through you necessarily, but it is meant to come within you. And what's happening in the world right now, the major destruction of Mother Earth, or the purging, is even a more powerful way to view this. It's, to be quite frank and open and honest with you, there's a lot of darkness within what is happening. You can see it as Mother Gaia purging, but Mother Gaia is Mother Earth. She is what she is. She will always love us, and there will always be nature to the way that she revives herself and resets herself. Yes. But there are people in this world, there are energies in this world who are taking advantage of her still and using what is natural to create portals for darker energy. In the same way, I want you to understand that in the same way that we as light workers create portals, I myself create portals, there are energies, there are entities in this world who do the same for lesser evil. And it's really important that you understand that, not so that you can fear this, but so that you can see this to understand why it is you are being called to action, why it is you're being called to step forward in this way. And so the most recent event to take place in Los Angeles, and even the hurricanes in Florida and the floods in, certain areas, these are portals. Like, these are quite literally entities and spirits that are entering this world. And the one that I connected to, who just entered through Los Angeles, is quite honestly so terrifying that it brought me to tears and like crippled me for like a number of hours, because I realized the magnitude of the power that this entity holds that is now in this world. And I really want to say this in a way that, because I don't feel fear, and I don't want you to feel fear, because that's not the purpose of this message. Lesser evil has always existed here. The war is not over. And while there are so many beautiful, beautiful creations that are taking place in this new world that is like happening all around us and will continue to take place, there is still a war raging, spiritually, a war raging. And for the next year, it is going to be extremely intense. And so you are being called to step forward as a light worker, to sink into your practices, to sink into yourself, to solidify yourself, because you need to know who you are when you show up in this world right now for what comes next. You need to be connected to that source energy, your inner truth, your inner wisdom, your inner guidance, your compass. You need this. You need God. You need Goddess. Like, you need that light energy moving forward. And by the way, that is the only thing that I will ever put out into a message that you need. I will never say you need me or someone else or this or that, but you need God. You need that connection to source energy. Because what happens next is going to require you to know yourself, because you are going to be standing at the front lines. Like, you've heard these messages, right, in the past, of light workers being called to the front lines. We were being prepared. The war is like now, like this is what's coming now. You are being put to practices, to tests, to battles, right? But this is a war, and there are battles within a war. And so maybe a battle was lost, and that's why this feels so dense and so heavy, because we are witnessing the loss of this battle as light workers. We have witnessed the loss of other battles as light workers. But very soon, you are going to be called to step forward into your power as a source of light in these places that are covered in ash, in these places that have fallen, in these places that now need your light and your life force energy, your love, more than ever. And so I say this never to put fear in your heart, but instead to help you to recognize the bigger picture, or a picture beyond what our human selves can comprehend, so that you can best prepare yourself right now, because you are being called to step forward. Rest, recuperate, and prepare yourself for this next battle, because love has already won. Light has already won. And there is nothing to be afraid of when you know your strength and when you know who you are. There is no one and nothing who can stand against you when you are connected to God, Goddess, universe, source, creation energy, and you channel that energy for the betterment of yourself and the betterment of others and the world around you. So now is the time to come even closer into union with yourself. Be even more careful with the union of other people around you, because the energies and the entities that are in this world right now are just looking for someone, looking for vessels to channel that dark, dense, heavy energy through. By the way, when I say that, this looks like anger, resentment, fear, jealousy, hate, like lesser evil energies. And you have the power to be love, compassion, forgiveness, acceptance, all encompassing. So take the time right now to get to know yourself, because you are going to be called forward very soon as such.